Hey everyone, welcome to the sanctuary. So yeah, these have been quite sporadic in terms of timing and length, and today is no exception. But I hope it's still valuable for you. So today we're gonna do some things to help balance the body. So a little less sound, a little bit more a space of helping get present right now in our bodies and adjust emotions and mental states. Okay, so we're gonna start with some tapping, and so this is, you might have heard, there's been various names for this, but one common one is called emotional freedom technique, or EFT. Basically, you're just tapping on different points of the body. I've talked about this a lot on this YouTube channel, but this is a great way to shift your state. And if you have emotions that are like ruminating, say you just were with someone or had a conversation, or something's coming up that's stressful, it's on your mind, this is a really great way to help process that and move it through your system quickly versus it ruminating for a long time. Yeah, and so there's different names for this. I use the protocol by a lady named Donna Eden, which has, she's kind of an energy medicine practitioner. She has a new book with her husband, David Feinstein, who's a psychologist. So it's an interesting kind of East-West integration of allopathic and established science, which is pretty cool. Although tapping is now, there's a new field called energy psychology, which is interesting too. So it's kind of moving into how you can use these energetic techniques, for lack of better wording, to adjust your state and how you think and how you feel. Psychology, specifically how you think. So it's kind of infiltrating the psychological academia, you could say, in purely scientific ways. But anyway, I'm using her protocol. So EFT uses these different points, and usually they use about 12 different points around the head and around the trunk, and sometimes on the legs, that you basically tap on as you bring to mind various things or make various statements. And so say something's bothering you, look at your state right now, so whatever state you're in. So I was just processing some stuff, and I just thought of that stuff. Donna talks about saying a statement like, even though I'm thinking, so say you're tapping here, even though I'm thinking, or even though I'm feeling stressed about work tomorrow, you could say, I love and accept myself completely. So even though I, but whatever, fill in the blank, love and accept, or I am okay with where I am right now, or something like that. Some positive, basically, quote unquote. Okay. So we're going to go through this tapping protocol. So whatever state you're in right now, if you're in a positive state, great. If you're processing something, great. But just become aware for a second here. Just tune in for 10 seconds. Just tune into your body, tune into your mind and your thoughts, and where are you at. So just do that right now. Beautiful. So for me, I'm a little amped up. My ears are ringing slightly because this was a last minute decision to do this right now versus tomorrow. So I'm like, oh my goodness, do I have time before this other thing tonight? But other than that, still processing emotionally a couple things from before today. But other than that, feel like pretty okay. Yeah, a little tight in the stomach maybe in the one area. Something like that. Okay, so for me, I'm going to bring to mind the emotional stuff that was there, because that's affecting the most probably for me. So when you tap, Donna talks about basically taking your two fingers and your thumb, putting them together, and you can kind of tap like that. So you don't want to go too fast, like you don't want to go like this. Okay, slow down. You want to basically have a consistent rhythm that's done in a way that is intentional. Okay, so if you're tapping right here on the side, this is one of the gallbladder points, and also aligns with our immune system and what's called the triple warmer in Chinese medicine. So like that, kind of like that speed. People talk about 1 to 2 taps per second, or 2 to 3. So 1, 2, 3, kind of seconds. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, kind of like that rhythm. It doesn't really matter. The fact is, you're in your brain, you're thinking about that stressful thing or that anxious thing or whatever, and that situation, past or present, and you're actively doing something at the same time. And so what it's doing is it's linking up the posterior part of your brain stem, your amygdala, all the fear centers, your limbic brain, which is like usually called more the emotional center processing, with your very intentional motion. And so you're not ruminating on something, just sitting there being inactive, because you're actively doing something. Plus you're tapping, which sends a signal on the skin and the muscles and the bones that there's pressure and there's tapping here. And so that basically integrates things in the brain and helps process that. It's really wild. Okay, it's really, if you've never done this before, it's pretty crazy. So follow me as we go through this. We're going to start in the head, top of the head, between the eyes. Don't worry if you don't remember this. There's like 12 of them. So here, sides of the temples is a great one. And then under the eyes on the bone, under the nose, chin. If this is your sternum, clavicle, kind of the soft space between on both sides. Okay, so there. And then on the sternum. And then sides of the ribs, kind of like bra line for a woman. Right there. Or if you identify female, I should say. And then sides of the legs, if you could, kind of like side of the femur. If you just put your arms straight down and then tap on the side of the femur. Sides of the hands. And then right in between the third and the fourth bone, there's a soft spot in here. Okay, and then right in the chest. Okay, so we're gonna go through that quick. Okay, so bring to mind whatever that thing is. I'm not gonna say anything out loud. You can if you want. Just think about that thing. Allow that emotion to be there as you tap. Okay. Make sure you breathe as you do it. Bring to mind that thing again if your mind wandered. You'll find as you do this, the thing just comes back to mind because you're being active again. You don't really have to try, just allow. Side of the femur. And then kind of armpit on the front, like where your pecs kind of intersect with your shoulders. Deep breath. Okay, so now observe your state. Whatever's bugging you before, like just like bring to mind, or just is it still bugging you as much on a scale of 1 to 10? Observe that. So for me, it's less. As I was tapping myself, so just to give you my own personal experience, as I was doing that, it changed. So as I was tapping, it was less about that emotional experience I had and more now about, oh my goodness, should I have chosen to do this right now? So worry and fear, should I have done this right now? I don't have time for dinner now before that thing. I should have done this tomorrow. And that kind of filtered out, and now I still feel that a bit, but less. So trying to figure it out would be my thing that has kind of shifted, but I feel better now. So hopefully that helped. That's tapping. And if you're interested, Donna Eden, and her book is called Tapping. It's it's awesome. It's really, really good for processing things like this. If you're a health practitioner or just someone wanting to work on these things in your life. So I hope that helped. Let's just do a really fast, imagine your feet grounded into the earth. A couple breaths, breathing in. Beautiful. Imagine these roots going right down into the earth. Breathing through. Awesome. Well, I hope that helped, guys. I wanted to get that in this week, even though it was short. So yeah, I hope that was helpful, and have a great week. See ya.